Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Let's see. How do I get Wayne up under here? Wayne, give me 1 second, man. I'm trying to figure out how to, well, I feel old. How in the hell how the hell there's somebody up under here, you know? Still old right now. I'm going through something. Let me see. Now, how we do this here? How you add guests, huh? Wayne, I'm trying to get you in here right now, player. Give me one sec. Give me 1 second, dog. Let me see what I got going on here. Well, there go Kendall. My guy Wayne at. Let's see. Uh, trying to get it right now, y'all. We about to get Wayne up on in here, and it's about to go off. You understand me? Hey, y'all just sit tight, like they said. Azadi, sit tight, boy. Y'all about to have that boy Wayne up under here. And same old two-step. I just got finished jamming it on my way back from Scott. Got dog it. Let me see. Let me see how can I get Wayne up on in here. Somebody help me out. Mm, all right. Let's send him an invite to get him up on under here. And it's about to go live. It's about to go live. We about to chop it up right quick. Let's get it. You know, a lot of things that my mans want to discuss. So we're gonna go on ahead and do that. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Once I can get him in here, huh? Let's see. Okay, there go. I got Kendall up under here. Now if I can waiting on Wayne. And then we're gonna get this going here. Once we get up under there. What's going on? It's your boy Zada Coach, you know. It's been a day. It's been a day. Ah, what can I say? As soon as I can get this right, we're gonna get this going here. Mm, what is my guy Wayne? All right. My guy Ryan Charlotte. What's up there? Butte Riders. What's up? I'm about to get Wayne up on in here and then we're gonna get it going. He ready. He just told me he ready, so I'm just waiting on him to come up on in, and I'm gonna add him in, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up real good, you know. Sorry I'm running behind. I had to go take care of something after work. But yes indeed. And there right, nephew. See, I'm waiting on him. Whoever say you can't drink on anybody, I tell you what, you're a damn lie. You're a damn lie. Someone sip that beer with them antibiotics, they better the suckers taste good. All right. I'm waiting, Wayne. Come on in. All right. There you go, Wayne. All right, now I'm waiting on it to send me the thing so I can add you in, so I can bring you on. So let me see what's going on here. Why is it not letting me? It's show it for everybody else, and I'm waiting for it to show it for you. Wayne is showing me you're watching, but I'm trying to add you in. Which why is that a problem, right? That's weird. Wayne, if it give you the request option, go ahead on and send it. I'm trying to get it right on my end, but it's not asking me if I want to bring you in. I don't know why. What the hell is that? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get my guy up on in here. It won't let me. Add. Trying to get you. Why the hell? It shows it under everybody else, but it don't show it under Wayne. Why? Hmm. Should I can bring Kendall on the thing? Send him a request. Can't send him. There we go. Boom. Ed and Wayne. Yeah, too.
Yo,
My man, Wayne Singleton,
what's the
Sam on two
deal,
step.
bro?
What's going on, my man?
What's the deal, man?
Oh man, I think we've been talking about this a long time,
Yeah, bro.
so it's time to
It been
get you on.
it been a long time. We've been chatting about it, man. I'm just it's so hard to catch up with me. I'm actually out and about on my property right now, man. I'm doing this live out straight from the real country, man. This is Creole country, the real deal.
Come on, come on. Hey, I
It
understand. Hey, look,
really get.
I'm cutting grass on the other side of town. I was in Scott, and I looked at my phone and said 6:07. I said, "Oh Lord." I
Yeah.
flew to Lafayette, man. I flew to Lafayette.
Yeah, bro, it's the same over here. It never stop, man. That's the crazy part, being a musician, but actually living the life, man, is two different things, bro. One thing is being on stage, and another thing is actually waking up to this every day, and really doing what we singing about.
Right, 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 right,
So
right.
it never stop. I look exhausted. I'm up at 5 in the morning. I don't get to bed till 1 every morning, and I'm up again at 5. So it never stop at my farm, man.
Interview. So, Wayne, tell me something, man. Like, as an artist, you know, continuing to drop music, continuing to elevate, you know, in between the politics that come with the game,
hmm
uh, how do you continue to flourish and continue to keep the negative part of the politics out of the way and continue to give people good quality music?
Well, well, for me, I'm gonna start off by saying this. I had the band Same Old Two Step for almost 20 years, and I just recently changed the whole name because of my kids. The plan was when the pandemic hit, honestly, it was the best thing that could have happened for me because my whole life has been consumed with playing music since I was a child. And to finally be able to live a normal life was a exciting thing for me. And so my kids for not forced me back in. They wanted me to continue because they wanted a chance to play. So I wanted them to have their own platform. So we named it the Urban Creole Band. It's Wayne Singleton featuring the Urban Creole Band. That's my kids. But back to the question that you were saying, um, I had a lot of positive people around me. When you're surrounded by good people, especially excellent band members, you can easily keep a level head. And for the most part, I did a pretty decent job at keeping a level head. Most people know me as for being very outspoken. I'm very, very outspoken, especially if there's the truth involved. So I was just surrounded by good people, and I always had a talent for just making great music. And the good Lord kept me on the right path. And over 20 years on my own, now my kids here, giving multiple musicians opportunities that nobody else would have ever gave them. I'm still here and I'm still relevant, as relevant as I want to be. Um, I turn down a lot of stuff every day because I love the normal life, but I also try to keep playing a few things because my kids want to do
Well, Wayne, it's one thing I like about your music is it gives off that old school feel with
it.
some new
Right,
school touch.
right,
Everything is not about love in your music, and even when you
right,
do talk about that old play with your poodle,
right. Right.
Is that
No,
is
I
that
was
feel?
right. I was always, as most people know that watch me on social media, I train a lot of animals, like semi-professionally. I get animals from all over the country. So from young, I was always a great manipulator. And my plan was, even down to the name of the band, Same Old Two Step, no matter how much the music was gonna change, I was gonna still have that same old two-step feeling in the music. And that was the whole purpose, even with the name. And so what I did was I would take old, like an old waltz. Most youngsters don't want to hear that. So I flavored them up. And they didn't know they were dancing to a waltz, but they were actually dancing to one, and I was actually singing it in French. So I'm manipulating the mind to say, well, that's a nice song. They just didn't know that song was from 1960. So I made you embrace something that you would have never embraced otherwise. And that's just how I am. I like to go against the grain for the better things, and just have my own style with things.
Speaking of
And
going against the grain,
yeah, Zydeco Force is my biggest inspiration and Buzu, so I had to. It won't leave out of me.
speaking of going against the grain, Wayne, we had a conversation a few months back. You was like, man, they don't like to get me on. They don't like to interview me because I'm going to speak the facts.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Wayne.
Nobody like the truth. So when these big television stations or festivals or even people that do podcasts, man, I can't be let's see, polished. You ask me a question, I'm gonna give you the brutal, honest truth. You can't dictate what I'm about to say. I'm not gonna say what you want me to say, especially if it's not the truth. I'm not saying it. And so people are very leery. It's like, well, we don't know what's gonna come out of this guy's mouth. And I'm not gonna just say anything to make something look good when it's really not. In order to fix anything, you first have to be able to embrace the truth. Then you can fix whatever the problem is. And I think that's the problem with Zydeco. Everybody paint this big, nice, hunky-dory picture, but you never hear nothing about the dark side. And if you hear about the dark side, people get wise and you can maybe fix something. And
Yes,
but
indeed.
because my kids involved now, I'm toned down a lot. I don't say a lot about anything no more, especially on social media, because I don't want that backlash going on what my kid is trying to do. When it was me, it didn't make a difference because I consider myself a goat, not because I'm better than nobody, but I don't run in a flock. I don't mind standing by myself if I got to, so it don't matter. I was unable to be blackballed, all kind of stuff. I done went through some stuff in this business that most people fold to or bow down to just to go along to get along. But I was always one to want to make this last forever and fix the negatives. And I was willing to tackle them head on. It's just a shame when you're by yourself. It's hard to fight off of a clan of wolves when you're by yourself. But I'll die trying.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Wayne, from when you started till 2026 as of right now, what's your perception of how the music has changed these days?
It changed a lot, but everything has to change. It can't stay the same. So I applaud the next generation, man. I don't knock them at all. All of the guys that I'm seeing right now, man, absolutely phenomenal. Like you have, and I can't name them all. My memory is bad. Like Alphonse Ardoin, Steven Darjon, man, CJ Vidal. It's a whole bunch of them, man. Especially in Texas. I love what they doing, man. I absolutely love it, especially as long as we keep it positive, and they getting along. This is the first time I've ever seen so many Zydeco artists actually get along. And that's the part I love the most about it, man.
What do these
And
spats be about? Is it about music? Is it about still? Is it about this one booking more shows than the next one? I mean, you see it, you don't see certain people on the same flyer. You can't get
right,
them to play together. When, like you say, you can get these guys, they're gonna talk their noise and have a good time on the internet, but
yeah,
they're gonna play and have a good time together.
right. Well, I done been in a lot of bands. Most people know me. I played with Keith Frank for some years. I played with Chris Ardoin for some years. I played with a whole bunch of bands before I actually had my own band. So I got to see what was happening inside of different settings. Not saying that those guys were doing it, but I've been around a long time. And what it all boils down to, money, women, and just the simple fact that I think we can't, man, we got here not getting along. We got here against each other. We got to this continent not getting along. You know what I'm saying? And it shows every day on the news. I see it every day in Zydeco, unfortunately. And in my opinion, that's the only thing I believe that could ever kill Zydeco music or the culture we have. As long as we separated, we're very vulnerable, very weak. Together, there's no other culture or entertainment in the world that can match what we do and be as authentic like what we got. But getting together is the task. And as long as you got money, especially money, as long as money is involved, you're gonna have a problem. And what people don't realize is you can't take it with you. You can fight all you
Yeah.
want, lock the next band all you want, and do all of this. You think you hurting that artist, but you're actually putting another scar on the name of Zydeco and the Creole culture. You tearing it down brick by brick. So my grandkids or great grandkids, when they're gonna get here, at the rate we going, they're gonna have to go look at videotapes, man, at DVDs or something.
Yes, indeed.
And that's
Another
the
key
sad
thing,
part.
Wayne, about when you play, you always dress the Creole way, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
perception amongst the people. I tell it to people a lot of times. It ain't that you a bad person or nobody, but we know the perception of getting to play at a
right.
lot of these events and a lot of these festivals.
Yeah,
You to us, you cool, but to them, he gonna draw this type of crowd. He might draw that type of crowd. You know.
right, right. Right. Well, everybody dress. You can, I guess it's stereotyping. You look at a person and you can almost tell what he going to play. And the one thing that I was always weak at being a band leader, I never made it a point to dress a certain way to stand out from anybody else. I always, and I'm still like that today. You would never know I'm the band leader because I don't think like that. I think I'm just another one of the people at the dance or a musician, and people just don't know. I come with so many different avenues. Um, Judge me by how I dress or judge me from social media because I wake up on a farm every day, they automatically think, well, he's gonna play this old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's so not that when people finally come and hear what's happening over there. Well, goddamn, we heard that song before. We heard this. We heard that. We heard this. A lot of the music that they listening to today at a bunch of these dances, you know, people don't know where it come from. Just like I got my style, and I got a lot of the music I play from musicians before me. But you by no means can judge a book by its cover. But in some ways I love it. I like people to think like that. I've been lucky. The people that do come see me is always a good time. It's never fights, never killings, never nothing like that. Because I feel if I dress sensible, maybe sensible people gonna come. And that's how I think.
Man, I love it. I love it. One of the guys that work, I was playing It's All Good the other day at work on my little speaker. I was loading the truck.
Hmm.
And he was like, man, who is that guy? Man, I'm like, I say, every time you go to I-49, I say, look to your right when you go
The,
north.
the
I say, he go
billboard,
right there. There go my man right
the billboard,
there.
man.
Yes, indeed. Ain't many can say they been on that.
No, I'm lucky, man. Where I'm from, man. I didn't even know. I forgot I did the deal to even be on there. People start texting me. I was like, "What y'all talking about?" And I had to go look. That's how modest I am, man. I'm not. I like to walk around. I walk around in work clothes all the time. I love that people don't recognize me for playing music. I like being normal as much as possible, man. But that's just what it is here in Opelousas and Lafayette. I guess I hold a little more weight than I want to give myself credit for. But like the song says, all good, man. I'm the same, just like everybody else.
Well, I mean, your most recent album before you drop your live, I just got finished listening to it on my way home. Man, it's just so many songs on that
Oh, bro,
album that,
man.
man,
I have 7 or 8 albums. Man, people just never heard half of the music, and I have so much music that I never released. Um, a lot of music that I never released. What people don't know is I done wrote a lot of them songs they dancing to for a lot of the artists that they go see. I just never say anything, you know. I put a lot of stuff together, especially these youngsters that's coming up now. I got a lot of stuff that actually I'm out in the field. Believe it or not, I have this iPad. Man, I'm sitting mixing songs that I put together and thinking who does this song fit? I'm gonna give it to them. You know, that's just a gift God gave me to where stuff just come to me like that, but not everything fits exactly who I am or what I want to put out there. So why not share it with my brothers, you know? And and I have a lot of music, man, a lot.
Man, I'm knowing, and you got a lot of bangers. And
Yeah, I got an album. I have an actual album. Years ago, I was experimenting with how to cut out, you know, not getting paid for my music, because so many artists got messed up. People can go on YouTube and just look at it without paying for it. I got a whole album that you can't even find on iTunes or Apple Music because I set it up that way to see how I could get over the system, and that was years ago. Now they have legit ways, and I'm gonna re-release that album. I'm redoing it as we speak, and I'm telling you, it's unbelievable music, man.
man, your music sound good. I see the Suns be rocking. I watch
Yeah,
you watch you rock Jacks. You rock Jacks, man. Look, I wish I was out
yeah.
there.
Oh,
Y'all
it
rock
was
Jacks.
extremely nice. They've been trying to get me to go to Houston for years now. I hadn't been in years, and I finally agreed because my oldest son was begging me. He wanted to go play in Houston, so I said, "Well, we'll go." And I absolutely loved it, and I'm gonna go back before the year is up. But I done got so spoiled out here, you know, waking up with peace and quiet. I don't have the weight on my shoulders of having, you know, well, the band that we have now with my sons and the guys, it's no weight, it's no headache, and I'm actually starting to enjoy it playing again. But people just don't know the responsibility and headache and the money that's put out to actually have a band.
Yes,
And I
indeed.
stress this to the young artists all the time. You got to have a band, you need a plan. Years ago, before I even started a band, I was with all these other guys. I saw what it took. I knew I wanted a family, so I knew I needed a retirement. I knew if I would get sick, I needed insurance. So I needed a plan. And I put my plan into play, and I'm 45 years old right now, and I wake up every morning and do whatever I feel like I want to do. I've been with the school system for over 20 some years. You know, you can't just step out there and think people think this is the glitter and the glam. You just sleep all week, play music. Yeah, it's fun, but you gotta get old. If you get sick, 1 or 2 nights in the hospital, you done. It's not enough gigs in the world that gonna help you to get out that situation or pay for whatever it is. If you die, the typical thing that we gotta do with Jolly Quarters, everybody know it. We gotta put a benefit together. That's uncalled for. To have a band, you need a plan. And I stress this to these youngsters all the time. And like I said, I'm only 45. This is not bragging. I'm trying to set an example and be the standard because I want them to do way better than me. But you can't be stupid. I mean, it's nice to party every weekend and not have to go to a 9 to 5. But then when things go bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
The light bills don't determine. You can't call them people and say, well, I didn't play this weekend so I can't pay. No, they want their money. The water bill, the electricity. You want to own something. If you aspire to have property, man, Zydeco don't promise nobody anything. There's no fine print that say we guarantee you after 10 years you're gonna be taken care of or you're gonna make it. Just because you're a phenomenal accordion player, you're guaranteed to make it. I know some cats that can't play, that's making more money than anybody. It's not about how well you can play an accordion. It's just about how smart you can be, and if you got everything that it actually takes to appeal to people to make them want to pay that kind of money to come see you.
And you right about that. And then, I want to add, when you miss that timeout, you allow somebody else to step in front your avenue.
Exactly. Exactly. And as an older artist, man, I've always did this. I always put aspiring artists on stage. Most cats don't get that opportunity. The only opportunity I got as a small child was, thank God they had the TV shows Zydeco Extravaganza. And I could go to the extravaganza and watch these people. By the time I was about 8 or 9, I was good enough on them instruments. I pretty much taught myself to where I could get with these guys. And then people like Chris, I was his bass player for a long time. Chris took me under his wing, which we're the same age, finished grooming me on a bass. Keith Frank took me on a guitar and showed me a lot. You know, I learned from a lot of people. I didn't just wake up with this stuff, man. There's a lot of them cats out there, Keith, Chris, all of them, man, a whole bunch of them, just to name Jeffrey, especially Jeffrey Broussard. Jeffrey was the one of the biggest assets to Zydeco, not just because of Zydeco Force, but because he would open his doors and his arms to any musician. And I saw this. Ain't very many accordion players like Jeffrey would let you just take his accordion home. He would send young teenagers like myself and a couple others. He had extra accordion here, take it for a couple weeks. This is real talk. I witnessed this. I was a part of this, and they don't make them like that.
And that's what it takes to keep the culture alive.
Exactly. And what I hate so bad is not that nobody looking for recognition, but people like Jeffrey and them, you can't forget about them. When you get up there to where you trying to be, it's not about recognition, but at least pay respect to the man because he
Yes.
damn sure didn't have to do that.
Yes, indeed.
And most
Yes,
cats now
indeed.
won't do it.
You know, it goes back, it's deep because they don't understand how these artists fought to pave the way to be where y'all at now.
Yeah,
The money,
bro.
the revenue that's so much different
Yeah,
now, the way you can
yeah,
make this money, they sit back and they take it for granted, man. They
yeah,
take it for
yeah,
granted.
yeah.
They don't know
They
the
do,
soul
man.
flicks, the soul hangs y'all went through. They don't know how many times y'all had to take a loss to play this event just to give
Right,
us the
man.
opportunity to make big money now.
Right. When I was with Chris, bro, it was many nights we played for nobody. I'm talking nobody. But you see, younger artists and most people don't see that part. I remember when Keith Frank them, I was small when they first started. Nobody, I could remember people saying, we're not going to hit them kids. They had to take punishment. I remember Lil Nate. Man, I'm talking taking punishment. They could only pay a musician $20. I remember this. So how you gonna be mad at that man now? They done fought through all of that adversity. Now is a problem that they know what they were and they deserve what they get.
Man, hey,
I saw this stuff, bro. I'm telling
hey,
you stuff. I'm not telling you nothing what I heard. I saw
right.
this. Them boys took punishment, man. And a younger artist coming up now, this is not discouragement. This is real talk. You coming in to start a band, you better have a lot of money to play with, especially now. Cause think about it. We don't have that many clubs to even perform at here in Louisiana. When I came up, there was clubs everywhere that would give you a shot. Now it's none. There's no musicians no more that think like we thought. We just wanted to play and we bonded together to help one another. Now, man, it's gonna cost you almost 1,800 out the gate just to pay some of these artists, and they don't even have
Yes,
their own instruments, bro.
yes,
How
yes,
you gonna
yes.
charge me $500 to play a show and I gotta supply you with everything and a ride? Come on, man,
You pay for sound, you pay for you damn near plugging
bro,
and playing, and
bro,
they want to charge you like they've been playing and they got a following, and you
bro.
lose that because nobody at the damn event.
Man, nobody there, bro. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta have structure. You gotta have a plan. You know, if I could get all the money back without done lost over 20 some years with my own band, I probably would be a millionaire. It take money. This is starting a band is almost like putting money in a slot machine. You don't know if or when it's gonna pay off. That could I'm telling you right now, Chris Ardoin went 20 years before he ever saw any kind of success. 20 years. He didn't just wake up and became Mr. VIP and can charge this or charge that. It took 20 years. I seen this.
Had to go through the grind, the trial, the tribulation,
You
and
gonna
everything.
do, I don't care how good you are, you gonna pay some dues, bro. How many years of it? I can't tell you, but you will pay. And I mean literally, pay with your time. You
Yeah.
sacrificing, it's a big sacrifice, especially if you got a kids, a wife, man, you pretty much sacrificing them because you go and spend maybe 16 hours driving there, playing, come back to might not even have 5 people.
And
And
right
time
now,
is something you can't buy,
fuel is a mug right now. So
bro.
hey, look, Wayne, on my way here. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get here so we can go live. I passed by
right.
Sonic Co-op Ambassador. Diesel was 498. Wayne, I turned this big duel in there. When I got to the register, the woman told me they ain't got no gas.
No, Man, it's crazy, man. It's a bad time, bro. But what you can do about it, you know?
All I do is go to work and keep paying for it. That's all I can do, Wayne.
Yeah,
You know?
that's it. I grind every day. It's just thank God I'm addicted and I absolutely love what I do. When you're your own boss, it kind of make it, you know, I love it, man.
And that's
Only
why I
bad
get
part,
up
I
on
want to
that,
come out the country, man.
and I get up on that, Wayne, and I try and give, if you notice the music I run, I try and give it all to the newer generation.
Right,
A lot of the artists that deserve the credit. We know what the big dogs do. But
right,
somebody got to give them a platform to be heard. That's
right.
time consuming on my end, and they don't understand. I tell it to a lot of people. It's time consuming on it because there's so much money I could be making elsewhere.
Right. Yeah, you gotta what most guys don't understand is they want to take out but nobody want to put back in. And if you keep taking out, eventually the well gonna be dry. You know, if I go to a club and I make $60,000 cash money at the door and I see next week, well, they got a small band, nobody probably gonna come. Out of $60,000, I'll say, look, man, I'm gonna give you all 1,000 to the club. If them little boys don't have nobody here, at least give them something. It's encouragement. We need to keep encouraging them to keep playing. I just made 60 grand. What's $1,000? Make
Right.
sure they get a little something so they morale can stay up. They need to keep going. I know it's hard, but thank God I'm in a place. I'm making this kind of money where I can kind of help to keep them motivated. But nobody put back in there. Nobody want to sponsor kids at these Creole camps. They got some kids, their parents can't afford it. Look the money we making. What is it to give $50 towards one kid, man? That's another guitar player we might have. That's another drummer we might have. That's another little Creole fiddle player or guitar or accordion player we might have. We might save him from the streets.
Yes.
Nobody think about that. Nobody
You
want to
know,
hear
I
that,
I do the same thing with the Camp Zydeco, and I do it for free. Church
man.
sponsored and everything. The problem is I gotta fight the parents to get them there, Wayne.
Right, right.
We
Yeah,
complain, there's nothing for them to do, and when we put on Camp
yeah,
Zydeco, I gotta go in the streets
yeah.
and hustle them up.
Yeah, man. This past year in 2025, which I do that every year. There's a camp in Opelousas. I try to rally up some of the musicians, give $5, $10 towards a kid. I just done gave up. I sponsor 5 to 10 kids myself, me and my wife. I just done gave up, and I'm not even one of the big artists. I'm not making no big crazy money, but I still find a way to put back and sponsor some of these kids. Now you telling me somebody making crazy money can't do that? Crazy, man.
They don't want because it ain't their problem. And on it, you know, when we heard it all, we heard it all. But at the end of the day, that's
Yeah.
the same ones 9 times out of 10 hollering about why they cheering like this, why they like that.
Yeah. And I know for me, just like this whole conversation, I'm gonna probably get all kind of kickback. They gonna kick it back, but they're not gonna kick it back to me because they know it. The way I'm set up, what you gonna do? Not play with me? You're not gonna book me? A person with a mentality like that is dangerous, man. Especially when you
Yes.
pull in for the right things.
Yes, indeed.
But if we would stick together and we all had that mentality towards the people we need to have it towards, we not gonna do that. We would be
Hey,
dangerous as a group if we do that.
fighting a detrimental fight against our own.
Yeah, we rather fight each other. Yeah, we more comfortable doing that. And that's the part
Yes,
that got
indeed.
me. And it's hard for me to let go. But like I said, when the pandemic hit, it was like my way out, man. I was like, I can't win by myself. So I'm glad I can get out and live a normal life and not be at odds with people and people dodging not to do interviews with me because they can't tell me what I need to say. You know? They don't
Right.
want to hear what need to be said. They want you to sugarcoat everything. And no, let's bring the problem to the surface and we gonna iron it out. And hopefully we
Yes,
never have
indeed.
that problem again and move forward as a whole with Zako.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm not Jesus Christ,
I'm
and
knowing.
it take a village, man.
I'm knowing. But
Yeah.
together we're gonna find a way, even if it's a
Oh yeah,
select few
definitely.
individuals, we're gonna keep pushing this here, Wayne.
Oh yeah,
Man, Wayne, I
definitely.
know it's getting
Yeah.
I know it's getting late in your day. I know I sound like I hear some chicken in the background
No, man,
and
that's some dogs. I'm out here training. I'm gonna be out here till probably 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna get back to my farm. I ain't going to bed until 1, and I'm gonna be up at 5 again.
you talk about the Creole way, huh?
It's real, bro. It's really real, man. It's
It's a
real.
nice property, brother. But
Oh, it's
man, Wayne,
crazy,
I
man.
thank you. I thank you so
Yes.
much for coming on for the culture. Is what we're
Right.
doing. And
Right.
man, I'm looking to get many more artists on
Oh
soon,
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
we're gonna continue to push.
Definitely.
Don't forget to send me all flyers, tag me in all flyers. You know
Yeah.
it's shared, you know the support is real, and everything we
Right.
do is genuine on this side, man. It's all about the
Oh
love
yeah.
and getting everybody together, man.
Right, man. I appreciate what you're doing. It ain't too many people looking to take time out they to keep it 100, and it's for the positive. I never hit nothing negative towards the culture or anything on your page, and I appreciate that, man.
Man, I appreciate that, Wayne. Thank you. Any
Yes,
final
sir.
remarks before you get out of here, my brother?
Man, I just want to thank everybody that supported me and every last Zydeco artist over the last 100 years. Because without the people, we wouldn't even be doing what we're doing. And I know I can speak for myself. I truly, truly appreciate the people that make me feel so welcome, especially in the Houston area, to be willing to listen to what I call real Zydeco music and actually dance. Even in Louisiana, I love all my people. Thank y'all so much.
Man, thank you, Wayne. Be safe, my
Yes,
brother.
sir. All right, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.